All right,
All right.
Chris, let's talk about what do you know and what do you hear about Bing Webmaster
Bing.
Tools?
Well, I tell you, I spend a lot of time in Bing Webmaster Tools.
I don't believe you.
As an advertising professional.
Have you really? Are you kidding?
No, yes, I'm kidding. Okay. So here's the deal. This is kind of one of those. Our third one is install and use Bing Webmaster Tools, and Bing Webmaster Tools is, of course, the Bing/Yahoo's version of Google Search Console. It's a way where you can see that what's happening inside the search engines, look at click-through rate for different search terms. The way I look at this is, this is probably something that you install once, leave it there, maybe check it once every couple months. It's not
once a quarter.
It's not going to give you as much information as Google Search Console because not as many people use the search engine. But that might not always be the case. You know, in 5 years, maybe Bing has 50% market share.
We don't know.
Unlikely, but so it's good to go ahead and deploy that, have it installed, and check it periodically, make sure it's still working, make sure it doesn't have any errors, and then in the future, if Bing, Yahoo becomes a part of more of your traffic, if user behavior changes, then you have it.
Yeah, if they got bought by Apple,
so it's just foundational. I would still spend the vast majority of your time, 98% of your time, in Google Search Console, Google Analytics, trying to figure out what people are doing. But it's good to install. It's a good kind of like foundational thing. Install it once, check it periodically, and then as users increase, you might pay a little more attention to it.
That's good. And I'll add one more kind of note. And if you're watching this as a whole episode, this would be a little more helpful. But if you're watching as clips, this is kind of something to explore and think about. Think of Google Analytics as an area where there's a lot of capability that you can use in Google Analytics to craft goals and objectives and to think about how Google Analytics can be set up for your business. There's a lot of creativity available to you with Google Analytics, with Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools, and having both of these running. It's really more of a check for alerts, check for problems.
It's more of a data feed. You can't really manipulate it and control it.
There's not really any customization, but it's more of a place to go and see what are the little pips showing you in terms of alerts or things to look at and resolve. Because if you do have any errors, Bing is a little bit different. It's a different animal. And so generally with SEO, we'll say if you optimize for Google, you're automatically optimizing for Bing. And that's true for 90% of what's going on. But it is a good tool to have in there to monitor and resolve any alerts or any index problems.